Hi, it's Ra, Rishi Kavi Ragudas from Star Presence Astrology, here to give the astrological forecast for Thursday, October 10th, 2024. Well, after having no aspects and a bit of drift yesterday, today there's a whole lot of astrology going on, and most of it is pretty darn serious. Of course, we are just on the heels of the big Jupiter station. Jupiter turned retrograde early yesterday, and tomorrow Pluto, the Lord of Death and Rebirth, deep dark issues but also transformation, turns from retrograde to direct motion. So we are today right in between two big planetary stations, and coupled with the moon in ultra serious Capricorn, that makes this a pretty serious day. So my advice before I tell you anything else is to stay cool today, stay calm. You see, I'm dressed here in my serious clothing to tell you all about the energy today. The sun today is at 17, moving to 18 degrees of love, beauty, and social justice-oriented air sign Libra. And the moon today, as I mentioned, is moving through the mid to late degrees of ultra serious, ambitious, be practical about everything, earth sign Capricorn. Now, the moon makes its hard square to the sun today, which is the waxing quarter moon. That's the midpoint between the previous new moon and the upcoming full moon, and that's always a point of tension. That occurs at 11:55 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 2:55 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 7:55 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, with the moon at 18 degrees of Capricorn, squaring the sun at 18 of Libra. Now, before then, Venus, planet of love and affection, beauty, the arts, etc., generally a lighthearted energy, makes what's called a finger of God aspect, called a yod, to both Jupiter at 21 degrees of Gemini and to Chiron, the wounded healer, sitting at 21 degrees of Aries. Now, of course, that sextile between Chiron and Jupiter would tend to be more benevolent, but with Venus in the mix making that yod, that tends to kind of blow things out of proportion. And look what we've got going on in Florida right now and in hot spots around the world. So this is one of those blow-up kind of energies, and not necessarily in a fun way. That occurs early, 8:44 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time to 9:57 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, when Venus makes both of those inconjuncts, to 11:44 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time to 12:57 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 4:44 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time to 5:57 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Now, as we go through the afternoon toward the evening, the moon in Capricorn also makes an opposition to Mars. Also not fun, from 19 of Capricorn to Mars at 19 of Cancer, 3:22 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 6:22 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 11:22 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. And then the moon moves through that yod to both Jupiter and to Chiron at 6:02 p.m. to 6:07 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 9:02 to 9:07 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 2:02 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time, 2:07 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time as well. Finally, here in the United States, we get a break in the evening when the moon at 22 of Capricorn makes a harmonious sextile, 60-degree angle to Venus, which is very nice and light and lively and loving, at 22 degrees of Scorpio. Hallelujah for that. That occurs at 6:58 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 9:58 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 2:58 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So, tough energy today. Best thing to do is breathe, stay centered in everything that you do today. I'm Ra, Rishi Kavi Ragudas from Star Presence Astrology. Now, if you would like to have a personal reading with me, you can book it on my website, which is starpresence.net. Remember, from the very moment that you're born, you've got star presence. Enjoy this day, hey, no matter what.